Report card time. Sarat, please come to the front of the class. It's your time. All right, NVIDIA up a lot, we know. United Airlines up 134%. That's been a huge winner. GoDaddy, almost a double, up 92%. You've owned it all year. What's with this stock? Why does it work so well?
So GoDaddy's in a perfect space. It's basically when you go online, you get a domain name. They're selling you additional services like security, things like that, cash payments, or so great growth, recurring revenue. It was out of favor for a while, and then you can just look at the chart, picked up in the last year and a half.
You like United along with Delta, obviously?
I like Delta a lot better than United. United is on my trim. If not, I'll probably be out pretty soon. But okay. I think Delta is the key stock in the airline business. Well,
we were trying to find you the other day. You were hiding from us.
I always hide.
Lamb Weston debacle, disaster. We're like, Sarat, pick up the phone. Sarat's like, I'm not answering that.
Huge
executive
debacle.
Producer calling. Boom.
Huge debacle.
What do you do now?
They fired the CEO. Jana's in there. Activists are in there. They messed up the ERP a couple quarters. Europe was much worse. A lot more supply than they have for demand.
You selling it?
No.
Let's cut to the chase.
No, actually, it was a tax law double up for me, so I'm in even more pain. But I'm at $60. I'm not selling it.
Okay.
Because I think in 2 years it gets about $5. You get a 15 multiple. It's going to go back to 75, 80. It's too cheap to sell at this point, unless I'm doing the tax law selling, which then I'm already doubled.
Don't ghost us next time, all right?
It never goes to you, Scott.
Kinetic, Jenny. KNTK is the ticker symbol for wherever you are playing. Up 68%. You bought it in August, didn't own it all year, but nonetheless, it's a big winner. What now?
So on Kinetic, I think there's still more earnings growth ahead and more upside there. I think, can we go to my bigger list? Because I want to talk about it comprehensively.
You can do whatever you'd like.
Thank you,
Jenny.
So
you call the shots. This is all facade over here.
You're such a mensch. You're such a mensch. Okay, so my three winners that you had for me are Meta, XPO, and Kinetic. What's interesting is the losers are Aptiv, Devon, and Starbulk. And I think it's really interesting in this because if you say what went right and what went wrong, when I sat here last year, they looked similar, right? They looked like compelling valuations, decent earnings growth. And for each one, there's an opposite. So you've got in the tech space, Meta and Aptiv. In the energy space, you've got Kinetic and Devon. And then in industrials, you've got XPO and Starbulk. And they're wildly divergent returns. But what really separated it was the earnings growth that either came through or didn't. But like I started last year with Aptiv, for example, saying this thing's trading at 13 times earnings and has 21% earnings growth. By the way, Meta didn't look that different. It was 21 times earnings and had 20+% earnings growth. One of them executed on earnings, the other didn't. If you ask me what I want to buy and sell right now, we want to trim XPO, we want to trim Meta, totally comfortable holding Kinetic. All three of the losers, totally comfortable buying or adding to. Devon, I might wait until after the first of the year because I'm probably going to use it as a tax law service. One other thing, sorry.
Okay, hurry up.
Okay,
let's go.
You know how they say like a parent's only as happy as their most unhappy kid? I really appreciate the report card because a PM is only as happy as their worst position. So thank you for reminding me that I actually have some winners.
Okay, it's my pleasure.
Thank
Jenny.
you.
Kevin, Meta's up a lot. We got it. Amex, been one of the better performers this year. Goldman's had a great year. We know about Marathon Petroleum down 11%. We talked about Merck Pharma, but what about Marathon Petroleum down 11?
Yeah, I mean, we would still add to it here, Scott. It's an energy play. Energy, we've been underweight most of the year. We had higher expectations for them. It's a strong dividend. They increased the dividend by 10% already this month. They reduced the float by 15% just this year. So we know what's happening with energy. It's return of cash to shareholders, dividends, dividend growth, share buybacks. We think it's still a good story for 2025.
Freeport's down 8%. There was a note today that says materials, I think it was from Krinsky at BTIG, suggesting materials are way, way oversold.
100%, but it seems like every time we say that, they go down further. But this is a copper play long-term, not a China play. Good dividend. You can write calls against it. We will add to the position here. We're not sellers.
All right, good stuff.